We're going to go straight to the senior men's now, and we see them. We see them warming up there. We might catch a shot of you as well in this race. You never know.
Hopefully not. Only if you're looking at the back at the start. But yeah, you can see the masses. So over on the left there, just blurred, jumping up and down the black and white vest. That's Andy Douglas, a former winner. And they've got the different club colours all the way along, and it's pretty packed in there, let me tell you, at the start of the senior men's race.
As always. We see, look, the barrier's nearly getting blown down. It's really
windy, and look at that sky.
The heavens really have opened at the right time, haven't they, for the senior men's race?
Only if you're being miserable to the senior men.
Yeah, they clearly want to make it extra special for them, don't they? Oh, look at that! They can barely move at the start. Look at these conditions. It's absolutely.
It was absolutely horrible at this point of the day. Here we go. We're still a huge pack.
Can just about make them out, can't you, through the snow?
Well, the cameraman's doing remarkably well here. It was blowing a gale, it was hail, it was snow, and you're running straight into it, and you wouldn't get that anywhere else. You know, we've had football games put off today, but cross country, it's never off. Whatever the weather, we do it: rain, sleet, hail, or snow. We've run on the snow. It's not quite as bad as that underfoot, but as you can see, a lot of the leading protagonists going through here. And quite narrow for the size of the field. So that looks like Johnny Glenn in the striped vest of Inverclyde. He's come back from the States, and he was an under-20 winner. And Andy Douglas for Inverclyde going through as well. So they're expected to do well in the team race. The red and white canvas line up there as well. And the central vest, another interesting athlete, Jamie Crowe. He's come back from the States as well, and obviously he did fantastic at the Inter-District and the Run Stirling, the Celtic International, beating his club mate Andy Butcher.
Yeah, that's a very big name to get under your belt, isn't it? Who you beat, and Andy Butcher, an Olympian.
He's had a great year, and I say Glenn loves these conditions. You look at him just rolling up his sleeves and saying, "Come on, then bring it to me."
Yeah, that's how you know he means business. He rolls up the sleeves.
Yeah.
And
so Andy Douglas, he's the world mountain running champion, and Ali Hay 159 Central, a former winner, going through there.
So Ben Greenwood as well there.
Ben Greenwood was the orange vest, yeah. Fantastic middle distance talent.
Yeah. I think he got a bronze medal, didn't he, at the Commonwealth Youth Games in 2015.
Yeah. So I'm sure he's one the sport has big hopes for. But these two guys are flying at the front, and they're pulling away. But another great race to watch, just head to head. And I'll take you on. We're just going to go and slog it out. Yeah,
just who's going to blink first out of the two? It really is wide open.
Look at the lead, and Andy Douglas, former winner. These are class athletes, and they've built a big lead.
Yeah,
and that's Kerstorfen, the 194, the white with the black.
But it's fine margins with cross country, isn't it? You never know who's gonna use the elements to their own advantage, isn't it? It's not like a track where you can sort of predict it based on your times. Cross country.
And you wait for the finish.
Totally depends, doesn't it?
Crowe's decided it was getting maybe a bit too close for comfort, and he's moving away here. An absolute beautiful style across the mud, round the big puddle, we'll call it the front of the house, and through the tented village, and plenty of applause there. And he's getting lots of encouragement as well, and still within reasonable distance, Johnny Glenn.
He's had a great 2020 so far, Jamie Crowe, because his 2019 it sort of ended on a bittersweet moment, didn't it? Because he ran really well in the European trials. He finished fifth senior men, but he still didn't get picked for the European team, which would have been a bit disappointing for him. Finishing high enough to get selected, but not being able to go.
It must be really disappointing. But he's bounced back, and obviously he's decided, I'm not going to take any chances now. And I think he was selected for the World Junior Cross Country Championships this year on the back of some of his performances, and quite rightly so.
Yeah, this will be great preparation for him, won't it, a course like this?
You certainly build your strength, pulling your feet out the mud, and he's taking a bit wider line round the corner there to avoid the worst of it.
Yeah, definitely bloods you, doesn't it, a course like this? Young athlete, especially like him, still very young for a cross country runner. 24's plenty of years left in him.
Yeah,
and
Glenn as well. Glenn, you know, it was what 5-6 years ago he was under 20 champion, so still in his early to mid 20s. And Douglas coming through now, overtaking Ewan Brown, Christopher, and the 5 vest 4:04.
So Kevin Wood, who was the runner-up here last year.
He was runner-up, yeah. So again, a bit pedigree there, and maybe he's just timing his effort well. But it looks like they're all chasing the minor medals.
Yeah.
Glenn still looks like he's got a good lead over them, and they're starting to lap the guys now. The nationals come down in the last few years to 10k. It used to be 7.5 miles, and way back it was 12 miles. I'm glad it wasn't 12 miles. Today I wouldn't have been running if it was 12 miles. But you can see the speed that these guys are going to compared to the club runners that are doing really well. Don't get me wrong, they're doing really well. But you know, you've got international and world-class athletes picking their way through them here at the front.
Well, that's the spirit of cross country, isn't it? You can get international athletes, you know, going together and running right next to ordinary club runners who normally just wouldn't be anywhere near them in the race.
There's no other sport in the world, is there, that you can say that. You can say I stood in the start line with Olympians.
There's an icon. I think there was an iconic picture. I think, I say iconic for us at the Yorkshire Championships where Johnny Brownlee was running there, and there's a picture of him right next to an ordinary club athlete.
Yep.
But if you just saw the picture, you wouldn't be able to tell who was ahead of who.
Yep.
It's just a picture of 2 athletes together competing.
And I'm sure it's on that athlete's wall. And Crow's starting to celebrate here. Big smile already.
Doing the triathlon finish again.
And a few high fives. And he's looking round and he knows he's got it well won. Ignoring the steward. Glenn coming through now in second place. And steward looks like he's a Jamie Crow fan. I don't know whether he's a member of Central or whatever. But again, great to see these guys out. Steward in the course. They've been there all day in all the elements. And Glenn still looks strong running here as he comes in for second.
It's a good run from Johnny Glenn, actually, because he was he had quite a disappointing run at Runstill. He was 38th in the race.
Yep.
But here he's really stepped it up, and he really gave Jimmy Crow a good run.
Look at this for a finish. 3 of them all the way across the track. So
who's gonna do it?
5.93 is Andy Douglas, the mountain man. 1.94 is the Christopher athlete Ewan Brown. But it's the Fife athlete was second last year, and then just behind those 3 was Ali Hay, a former winner, and a 1500 metre man from the Delhi Commonwealth Games.
So it was Kevin Wood, the athlete in third, who finished second last year, but he really worked hard. And even though he did get second last year, I think he'll be really happy with that race because he was pushed hard, wasn't he? At the end, it was a real rat race.
He came through very strongly, didn't he? And again, cross country, it's very abreast. Three abreast across that drive, coming down, looking at that house, and eyeballs out for a medal. What a feeling that must be, But a great finish from these athletes and some fantastic running. And Central now looking to see if they can become the team champions for the 10th time. So Crow and Hay have done their bit. There's a few Central vests through, and obviously Andy Douglas and Johnny Glenn well to the fore for Inverclyde, so it'll be an interesting team competition.
And I'm sure they'll be absolutely relieved to have that race out of the way, considering how it started. You must have been all stood on the start line thinking this is going to be a long race.
The first lap, yeah.